Talk to me about Newcastle talk to me about Newark, Newcastle, Bear. We don't have to go down the Middletown. Talk to me about that midsection right there. That seems to be where the best bang for the buck in Newcastle is.
Probably. I really say often, and it's true, that like the further you go south in Newcastle County, the better you're going to get. And a lot of that has to do with people work in Pennsylvania, live in Delaware to take advantage of taxes. So therefore, around those lines, around North Wilmington, Greenville, Hocassin, is one of the main reasons that those areas will always be higher, just because there's more demand up there. It's a little bit of older homes. It's a little bit more established. It's just kind of higher price. Now, as you go further down, obviously, south side of Newark, Newcastle, Bear, you're going to get better pricing. Now, I say better, but it's not great. I mean, the way things have gone the last couple of years, even those houses are getting more money than I'd like to pay for them, because I'm just like other buyers that are paying attention to the market out there. I remember what houses were kind of supposed to go for when we were kind of in a more normalized market.
I love the air quotes.
Yeah, air quotes on what they're supposed to go for. Because I see it all the time. Be like, can we see this house? And I look at it, I know the neighborhood, and it's going for $375. I'm like, oh,
how?
That for $375.
Yeah.
Hey, supply and demand. Here's where we are, and that's what I have to explain to people. Like, it really doesn't matter what we think it's worth. That's market value, and if you want to buy a home, that's what you're gonna have to pay. I digress. At any rate, so getting into Bear, getting down towards that area, you can get better pricing, I would think, if you're willing to go there. And then south of there, it's funny that Middletown used to be the place where you'd go to get a deal. That's not like that anymore. So people used to go to Middletown as kind of like the way to get away from the city or kind of the northern area of Delaware, live in Middletown and pay less. That's not really like that anymore. And then you get further down into Odessa, Townsend, stuff like that, which I don't think that's much lower, just because a lot of that stuff is newer construction too, which obviously will drive up the price. But, as we know, you get down into Smyrna, Dover, those are lower areas. So for someone that wants to work in Newcastle County, we can get you something for cheaper, but you might have to drive an hour to work. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to do that on a daily basis.
Do that. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Used to work in Gander Hill Prison up in Wilmington.
Oh, yeah?
Live on Pickering Beach in Dover.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have a settlement today for somebody selling their house in Smyrna. Mm-hmm. The wife the wife works in Philly.
Okay.
So that's a far haul.
Yeah.
Now, they really like this house in Smyrna. It was a good price. This was a couple of years ago, and they really, they loved it. Now, they're moving right now. They're selling it today, and one of the driving factors of that is that her commute to work. Now, they have a growing family. There's other reasons why they're doing it, but it just goes to show you that sometimes when you try to go somewhere for a cheaper price, but the commute, I say the quality of a life, like you got to consider what that's going to be like on a daily basis. Your house is going to be your house. It's not going to, the shine's going to